Welcome back. And today I'm going to go over according to the National Association of Realtors, their 10 hottest housing markets. So let me go through the deep dive and let me see what you think. All right. The Housing Wire article came out several days ago in December. So the NAR, National Association of Realtors, and their version of the 10 hottest housing market. So here it is. Lower mortgage rates, reduced, quote, lock-in effect, end quote, and affordability will drive these market. So I will share with you my opinion about these 10 hottest housing market. And of course, you are welcome to comment below as well. What do you think? Where are you living? Are you seeing any hotspots in your neighborhood, in your zip code, in your city? Share with us whether these top 10 list is realistic or not. We'd love to hear from you. All right. The COVID-19 pandemic turned a number of non-traditional cities, okay, into housing market hotspots. My definition of non-traditional cities, or they are not the sexy markets. They're not the most popular, the most exciting, whatever. They could be off the wall gem that we would never thought as a hotspot based on our current knowledge. We'll see. So while some of those markets have since seen a reversal of fortunes, 2025 may bring a few more surprises. So anyway, according to the NAR, National Association of Realtors, we have existing affordability issue, lower lock-in effect on mortgages, strong job growth, and high migration. So this is the metrics that NAR uses to predict their top 10 hottest housing market. So we may not agree with their source of their data. So that's fine. We all can agree to disagree, right? No one have a crystal ball, but they use their own internal metrics, if you will, and their own version of their economic data to determine why they came out with these top 10 housing markets. Some of these markets have surprised me, to be honest, because I've been a real estate investor for 20 years and have taken thousands of our investors to buy rental properties in many markets and many of the hot markets over the years. Over the past 20 years, I've been doing this. Suffice to say, I'm not an expert in any local market, if you will, because there are so many metros, there are so many counties and zip codes. It's very hard to be expert, but I rely on my team at certain markets to dispense me with information so I could make my decisions as to where to send our real estate investors to buy rental properties. All right. So furthermore, it says right here, lock-in mortgages have been widely credited with cutting off housing inventory. Yeah, that's right. The lock-in effect, right? Because sellers are now bulging. These are mortgages secured before mortgage rates began to rise sharply in 2022. Since the pandemic began, the Fed rate cut the mortgage rate down to a historical low of 3 to 4%. So a lot of people refinanced, a lot of people bought homes with a very low mortgages, and they are sitting on a tremendous asset they're not going to get rid of because they have such a low mortgage payment. Homeowners who might want to sell their current homes and get a move-up homes are reluctant to give up their existing mortgage rates, particularly pandemic buyers who purchase at a rate of near 3%, which is mind-boggling, right? Here it is. NAR expects the Midwest revival to continue in 2025. Midwest, who would have thought over the years when the Midwest market will see such higher appreciation, at least for the short term. Part of the top 10 is Indianapolis and Grand Rapids, Michigan. So are among the top 10 metros. Grand Rapids have a higher availability of starter homes and potential for a higher inventory because of the low proportion of mortgages at 6%. Furthermore, the homes are so affordable in the Midwest that therefore a lot of people can afford to buy those extremely low affordable homes way below the medium home price nationwide of around 400,000. So in this Midwest market, you can buy a home for like $50,000, $100,000, $150,000. Perhaps that's why NAR are projecting the Midwest as a top 10 housing markets for 2025. In addition to Indianapolis and Grand Rapids, Michigan, the other among the top 10 is Phoenix, which is no surprise. Phoenix has been among the hottest housing market gets in the country during the pandemic, thanks to a migration from California, and job growth has expanded 12% over the last 5 years. Another market is a suburb of Charlotte, North Carolina, which have boomed recently thanks to an influx of major employers over the past 5 years. San Antonio, by the way, my organization, my company has been promoting properties in Charlotte over the years, but not lately, not in the past 2 years, because the median price of a home in Charlotte have skyrocketed to like 400,000, 450K. So my investors, I do not recommend our investors to buy in that market because the numbers simply does not work anymore. So we have better markets. San Antonio is still a very hot market among the top 10 according to NAR because it's still very affordable. The metro of San Antonio have one of the strongest rates of job creation, and houses are very inexpensive. San Antonio is only like 1 hour south of Austin, and the differences in home prices are so dramatic between Austin and San Antonio. I really like San Antonio. We're still promoting San Antonio for our out-of-state investors because you can cash flow with such a low price point, 200K, 250K, single family homes are the norm in San Antonio. So still a very viable market. So I agree with the end having San Antonio and Charlotte among the top 10. Indianapolis and Grand Rapids, I'm not sure. I'm lukewarm about their ability among the top 10. So two markets in the Northeast also stands to flourish. Boston, I don't know. Boston, their homes prices are very high, excess of $500,000. So it's just too expensive for the average folks to buy in Boston these days. And another one of the top 10 for NAR is Hartford, Connecticut. I don't know. Yeah, Hartford. I don't know anything about Hartford, Connecticut because it's all the way up in the cold weather America Northeast. But according to NAR, that's among the top 10. And the remainder of the top 10 is Greenville, South Carolina, Kansas City, Missouri, and Knoxville, Tennessee. Again, the Midwest Rust Belt type of markets, very low price, older homes, manufacturing, blue collar kind of markets. So they said Knoxville has a high migration. Kansas City has favorable mortgage rates. Favorable, really, I mean, everybody have got the same mortgage rate. Doesn't matter what part of the country. It's just that the homes are so much cheaper in the Midwest. The mortgage rate of 6.5% will allow many people to buy a home or buy investment properties in the Midwest. Everybody have their version of the top 10 housing markets. The question is based on what metrics. Every organization at the end of every year, they have their version of the top 10 housing market, whatever. I take it with a grain of salt, right? I measure, use different data to measure what is my definition of top 10. For the most part, like maybe 50%, I go with the NAR top 10, but I wouldn't. If you guys live in those markets, please comment below. What do you think? Is it true that the top 10 market, where if you live in some of you live in those markets, share with us how do you feel about these top 10 markets as presented by National Association of Realtors. We have some Midwest markets within our network of investors that we are buying upstate New York. Our investors buying there. Our investors are also buying Indianapolis, Indiana, because it's a low cost, low affordability area, and they're doing pretty good. But they're no match for the Sun Belt, right? Especially South and Southeast. South and Southeast is my personal hotspot. That's my top whatever, which is Florida and Texas and Arkansas and Oklahoma and Tennessee and Alabama. That's my top 6. Okay. Just so you know, that's my top 6 in no particular order. But if you want to learn more about my personal top 6, I don't have a top 10. I have a top 6. You watch my other videos or Better yet, you put your email on my website below so you can become a free member of our investment network, and you will see free information about how we determine what is the hot spots for real estate investors, hot areas, hot markets, and then hopefully you can make an informed decision. So again, other than that, if you receive any value from this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have a weekly housing contents about real estate investing, and general economic news as well. We produce on a very consistent basis, folks. Anyway, thanks for watching, and subscribe to my newsletter below. And other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.